It's the month of October, and I decided to rank, well, it's sort of a horror franchise, but it's not really, because the three movies in this franchise are all very different, but they're all kind of horror-type movies. It's time to rank the three Cloverfield movies from worst to best. Now, keep in mind, I like every movie on this list, so just because my last place doesn't mean I hate the movie. I just think the other ones on the list are better. So, let's get started. Coming in at number 3 is the Cloverfield Paradox. Now, I get that everybody hates this movie, but I don't think this is a bad movie by any means. I still enjoyed it. I still had fun with it. I thought the cast was great, and it had some intense moments, some good twists, but what holds it back a bit is the plot is a bit overly complicated, as characters throw a bunch of science jargon at the audience about paradoxes and other dimensions, and it's a little over-explained, so it makes the film feel like it's trying to be smarter than it actually is. Number 2, Cloverfield. This is a great concept for a movie, as it's Blair Witch meets Godzilla. What makes it work is you don't actually get a good look at the monster until the end, so your mind is busy imagining the monster, which really psychs you out. And as much as I love the cast, as great as T.J. Miller is in this movie, providing some much-needed comic relief in an otherwise very intense movie, I wish the film didn't cast people who were well-known actors, as that kind of draws away from the found footage aspect of it. What made a movie like Blair Witch work was all the actors in that movie were nobodies, and even after the movie came out, they were forbidden from doing any interviews for the first little bit after the movie was released, so as to maintain the idea that these kids went missing. So in a movie like this, where you have someone like T.J. Miller, a lot of the suspense is lost because you know the movie is fake. Now, it can be argued that, of course, the movie's fake because it's Godzilla, but at the same time, I wish they hadn't really done that as much because it kind of takes me out of it because all I hear is T.J. Miller. But coming at first place is 10 Cloverfield Lane. This one is wildly different from the other movies in the franchise, but in a good way. It's a good escape thriller with a great mystery of what's going on and what's really going on with John Goodman's character, who gives a spectacular performance in this movie as the villain. Up to this point, John Goodman was sort of typecast as the lovable best friend character like Sully from Monsters, Inc. or Pacha from Emperor's New Groove. But here he's really intense, he's manipulative, he's scary, and he gives the film high stakes and a sense of urgency as you want to see the people he's kidnapped escape. The twist is a little bit ambiguous as to what actually went on, and I wish it had been better explained, but it's still the best acted, the best written, and most intense, so it comes in at number 1. Go ahead and share your ranking of the 3 Cloverfield movies, and I will see you next time.